And it was the middle of the conversation. I was looking for a time to excuse myself.
Mm-hmm. Sure, that's what they all say.
Look, whether or not you trust me is your business and your problem.
She right.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
I just provided a note, so there you go.
Yeah, D popped in. Meh.
And then I grunted and I left.
Look, I came almost immediately, so you know, it's good. It's fine.
I appreciate this.
It's fine.
All right.
Didn't we already have a Reigns?
He's the random guy that's with Grace all the time, but I don't remember who plays him.
Tankin has
not
played
me.
him once, but he's not here currently, so.
It wasn't me because I talk as Grace, so.
You right.
Or would you guys like to hear the hilarity of me as Grace and Reigns?
I mean, that would be kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But there's also this other random
Here we
female.
go.
Oh boy.
How about someone take these two randoms, please?
Good to see you, SSS.
Hey, if it ain't Lloyd and Company. Feels like we've been waiting forever for this trade conference to kick off, doesn't it? It's the main event of all main events. Crossbell's leadership and representatives from 4 nearby countries in a bonanza of international discourse.
That was a lot of buzzwords.
Ooh.
I know. And of course, a big to-do like this demands a primetime venue. Orcus Tower, the continent's first true skyscraper.
I feel like she just wrote her title right then and there.
Can you feel it? The nerves in the air? I'm so tense that my heart's about to jump out of my chest.
I definitely see the tension, but honestly, you don't look the least bit nervous to me.
I suspect the nerves are coming less from her and more from her future prospective victims / interviewees. Tio! You're back! And you've brought that trademark snark along with you, too. I'll admit I'm not so much anxious as I am giddy, but enough about that. There's someone I want to introduce you to. Meet Noticia. Noticia, this is the special support section.
We have not met, I don't think.
No,
right?
we've never met this person.
Okay. Nice to meet you. I've seen you all in the papers before. You look like an even finer human person. I'm Leticia, a reporter from the Liberal News. Thanks for keeping us all safe for the day.
Happy to be of service.
I've heard of the Liberal News Service. It's the largest publication in the kingdom.
That's right.
I'm missing the other two.
You've also
Anyways,
been getting a lot of
sorry.
attention in the journalism world for another reason. Good around reporters were the Pulitzer Prize last year. Pulitzer Prize? If I remember correctly, they give that to the most outstanding journalist on the continent each year.
That's the one. Anyway, the latest recipients are a duo by the names of Niall Burns and Dorothy Hyatt.
Yeah, those two, where are they?
Niall is our ace reporter, and Dorothy's a brilliant camerawoman.
So the kingdom took home the crown last year, huh? 2 guesses as to what the prize-winning story was.
Could it have been about this strange phenomenon that happened in Liberal around that time? Right again. Though technically everything they covered leading up to the incident factored into the decision too.
I I see. They sound very impressive. Yeah, I guess so. But that doesn't mean we'll just lie down and let them outshine us. It's every reporter's dream to win the Fultzer Prize at least once in their career.
I'm guessing that's our equivalent of the Pulitzer Prize.
I would
Probably.
assume.
That's my assumption. And if you want to win the next one, then you'd better get the best scoop you can each and every day, especially this one. You got that, Ryans? We can't let any of these news hounds get the jump on us.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, since you are fired up, the orbital sprinkler system might go off.
Let's hope she can behave herself at least.
Anyways.
If these people don't have cutscenes, I'm just going to not... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about you. If they don't have the little cut-in, I'm not concerned about them. Because they're just going to be random... Yeah, they're just random people. I'm concerned...
Until those random people become important.
Not that the story is important to this, entire plot or anything. It's fine.
They're just random people.
They're reporters!
Uh-huh.
We might come across them later down the line.
Well, I can tell you, you're not coming across these two because they're from the Principality of Remiferia, and we ain't ever been there yet.
Well, that doesn't mean we won't be we won't be there down the line.
We do know this guy, though. If it's the
Well,
person I
yeah.
think it is. Hey, what are you doing
Is
in here?
that who you thought it was?
Yeah. Because I was like, he's in the security office. Of course he is. I'm assuming we have to report to him and then probably check one other place, and then it's going to be...
It's
I would
gonna be the
im-
trade conference.
Imagine that'll be it. There you all are. If you notice anything amiss. No, not yet.
That monitor over there gives you a security overview of the entire tower at once, right?
Correct. We have access to every critical area of the building in real time. That includes the conference room, of course. Thankfully, this tower is equipped with the most advanced security system on the continent.
Numerous locations are beginning to incorporate video surveillance, as I recall from the IBC to Orbital stores.
Hey, they're inventing CCTVs.
Yeah. I've never seen such a large quantity of them in one place, however.
How many there are is only half. In fact, this technology can exist amazing on its own.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them used to survey areas outside the city someday. The CGF's days might be numbered, Noel.
I don't think it'll ever be that simple. How widespread they become is going to depend on the public's approval.
Digressions aside, there's a more than welcome convenience to this assignment. Without any leads on the terrorist plans, all we can do is nip things in the bud the moment they strike, whether right before or just after. That's why we have to keep our eyes sharp. We can't afford to overlook even the tiniest detail. If we come across anything suspicious, be sure to report it at once. Understood? Breaker. Figured I should check the stairwell, you know?
Probably.
Doing some due diligence there.
Did you check behind the stairs, though?
No, because you can't get behind the stairs because of the walls.
Man, they never put anything behind the stairs. Markiplier was right.
Mm-hmm.
We've already talked to Lecter. Where else do I need to go?
Obviously, there's somebody you haven't spoken to.
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You know, it's that person.
Listen.
You know the one I'm talking about.
But we hate that person. Why do I want to talk to them?
Okay, so they're just talking about the publisher. You're just a random detective. You're a random detective. Officers.
No. Not those people. The other person.
So silly.
Oh.
Silly. See?
We have interactions with these people. Okay. These are... Okay.
Captain Grant, a pleasure to see you.
Hey, Grant, working hard?
Why don't you take another voice, Xander, since you only have one in our party?
Wait, Captain Grant's a dude?
Yes, I believe so.
I feel like I see earrings.
Guys can wear earrings.
True. I mean, I wear earrings, but...
I mean, Wazzy's got earrings.
True.
Wazzy's different.
Even the model just
Wazzy
looks
is not
feminine,
good.
so I
The-
totally
it
trust
may
Grant.
be it may be
Wazzy
feminine.
is not a good example of this.
What is?
Yeah, Wazzy's a terrible example. you can't tell Wazzy's guy or girl at all.
Wazzy is a guy. He just
Uh.
dresses very feminine. It's
You're
like-
proving my point.
It's like Michelle.
Again, proving my point. Right. Good day, Sergeant Major Seeker. You as well, Sergeant Orlando. So I suppose neither one of you is technically part of the CGF at the moment.
That's true, but my leave is only temporary. You can address me by whatever you find easiest.
I don't really care either way.
You two the only representatives for the CGF on this floor?
Giselle.
That we are. It's out of consideration for the dignitaries and members of the press, you might say. Part of the CGF's orders for this assignment is to stay out of their sight and minimize exposure, hence the bare bones deployment.
It sounds like the reasoning goes deeper than that. It does. Essentially, the decision is a way of tiptoeing around the two major powers. While the Guardian Force's weaponry is restricted by state law, it still functions the same way as any other state military. We stay within budget, but a great deal of our funding goes toward maintaining and improving the arms we're allowed to have. Those expenditures would be an easy point of contention if they were out in the open during the conference.
Out of sight and out of mind, in other words.
Rosie can be one fickle mistress.
Oh, true, but I try not to think about it too much. In the end, the both of us are only up here for appearance's sake. Still, there's an entire company of guardsmen 1 story below ready to mobilize at a moment's notice. Should something happen, they'll be on this floor within seconds, rest assured.
Good to know.
We'll be counting on you if it comes to that.
Now that's definitely a male's uniform versus the female, because the females have the skirt.
I couldn't really tell because
I couldn't either until I moved out of the way, and then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
all I
definitely a
could see
male's
was
uniform.
The hair and the earrings.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's definitely a male uniform versus the female uniform. I literally don't know who else I'm supposed to be talking to here.
You know, the person.
Maybe you're supposed to go into the conference.
Imagine if he was.
No, 'cause it says to talk to the dignitaries.
Wouldn't they be in the conference?
Or not the dignitaries, the staff. Let's begin by patrolling the conference and speaking with all the staff members.
Obviously, you need
talk
to
to
speak
him.
to this guy.
Apparently, we gotta talk to the vice commissioner
Pierre.
jerkwad.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Someone needs to give him a French accent.
Yeah, that
Didn't we
was
already
me.
have him?
It is
I would say we
time.
already had him. This is Ghost's French accent person.
This is my
Yep.
really terrible French accent.
Aha. Le poisson, le poisson.
I believe that woman would. No, I'm sure of it this time. Who's he mumbling about? Excuse me, why would we have to talk to him more? I had to go back and forth between you and him. I'm gonna screw this up so badly. Excuse us, Vice Commissioner here. What? Is that special possession? Oh, joy. Well, what can I help you? I went slightly
If I may
German on that.
ask, Vice Commissioner, what are you doing here?
Teal, you can't just... Oh, nothing except my job as director of the security command room.
Huh? Since when?
Come to think of it, I do recall seeing your name sprinkled around in some of our materials.
Ah, I see. I never read those, hence my confusion.
You what? Here we go.
We probably should have mentioned this to all of you sooner. Whoops!
One question. If you're the head of security, why are you in here instead of the command room? Taking a little break. Please. Dale has full authority while we're here on site, with my permission, of course. So you see, there's no reason for me to be in the command room. Too many needles spoils the group, as it were. Think of it however you like. As your superior, I know what is best for the operation. Now you six just focus on not getting in Dudley's way. Yes, sir. Why did he have to be me?
Because it was your turn for a voice.
Yeah. I had to make him French.
I mean,
It was Pierre.
It was Pierre.
You're right.
Well, what were you gonna do? Make him Australian?
Good eye, mate. Name's Pierre. That would've
Okay,
been so
you know
much
what?
fun,
I'm
though.
actually kind of, I'm kind of liking that idea now. Anyways,
Two ladies French. He's French with my terrible French accent. Alright, that's one patrol down.
Nothing unusual to report at the moment.
Yep. So far, so good. Might as well make another loop around. Do it all again.
Good plan. You know, I can't help but wonder if the conference is going smoothly.
Me too. I know the mayor and speaker are doing their best, but that's a tough room they've got there.
The Blood and Iron Chancellor and the President Rocksmith present the greatest challenge. Ugh.
That they do. Want to ask someone how it's been going during the intermission?
meanwhile,
Commissioner again hesitate, begin a press conference with the media. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun. Now we get to bounce back and forth between all of their voices.
never mind.
Never mind. Good to know. Oh, well. Sander, or speak with Grimwood.
Well,
Great.
At least it gave you the warning.
Ah, that explains it. Things being as precarious as they are, the SSS was asked to assist with the security detail.
Exactly. I'm not sure how much of a difference we really make in the grand scheme, though. It may only be an additional peace of mind.
Don't sell yourself short, my friend. You're the team that thwarted an assassination attempt on a previous mayor. It's reassuring to have you all here.
that's kind of you to say.
Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence.
How is the conference going, Mr. Grimwood? Things appear to be proceeding smoothly thus far.
That's a fair assessment. Talks are slow but steady for now. The participating nations have already agreed to several trade deals. Mayor Croy's efforts are really beginning to pay off for all of us.
Thank goodness. That puts my mind at ease.
Slow, but steady for now, you say? You think things may get rocky in the second half?
Oh?
Is there something you're concerned about?
I doubt I hold the jurisdiction to tell you this as an observer on the sidelines. But the focal point of the first half of the conference is centered on proposals that affect such fields as trading and finance. The second half, on the other hand, will be reserved for proposals from each of the various heads of state. That is undoubtedly when the topic of crossbow defenses will be addressed.
But if they do that,
It'll only be a matter of time before foreign military presence enters the equation.
But what about the non-aggression pact? It's only been 2 years since it was signed.
The Queen of the Battle did push the pact into being with Crossbow's best interests in mind. But technically, two of the nations participating today never signed that pact. From Mafaria and, well, Crossbow itself. In light of that, it's only inevitable that a new continental security framework will be discussed.
Likely so. My grandfather shares your concerns and expectations both.
Would drafting up a new pact and having Crossbow sign it this time not be the simplest solution?
It has to be. they can model the framework after the Non-Aggression Pact and prohibit military force between all the nations. Oh,
I get it. Crossbell isn't technically a nation. The Empire Republic only recognized Crossbell as an autonomous state.
It's as you say, Crossbell lacks the sovereignty to enter into international treaty. Economic arrangements alone are not grounds for the state to enter into a formal pact with its own entity. That fine line we tread is precisely what puts the state of Crossbell in jeopardy.
I'm sorta getting it, but this definitely isn't cut and dry.
Excuse me, but I have something I would like to ask. Crossbell is not the only autonomous state on the continent. Lamon, Orid,
Ored.
and North Ambria, for instance. Are those states also barred from entering into international treaties?
No, they're not. It's true that each state had its own set of historical circumstances as to why they've remained states instead of forming nations. However, each has also been recognized by the major powers as independent, with sovereignty of their own.
so they have equal standing. Exactly. They're treated very differently than Crossbell. Primarily because their sovereignty is recognized by the Holy City of Arteria.
Ah,
The holy city of Arteria, as in the high seat of the Septian Church?
Yes. As a city-state, Arteria's territory is small, but the Church holds religious authority across the continent. Numerous autonomous states and free cities owe their establishment to the Church's aid.
Then you have Crossbell, whose autonomy was gifted to it by Ereboni and Calvert. That's how we're in the unique position of having two suzerain
I don't know.
Sure.
powers above us.
And that has historically led to Crossbell being dragged into their conflicts time and time again. If Crossbell only had a modicum of sovereignty, we could work to improve the situation.
Sorry, I'm looking that word up because I really want to know what it means.
I think it might be suzerain, but
I don't know.
Suzerain.
okay then.
A superior feudal lord to whom fealty is due, or a dominant state controlling the foreign relations of a vassal state, but allowing its sovereign authority of its internal affairs, which would be what they have.
But if consent from both countries is what it will take for that to become a reality, then there's basically no hope. I wish I could disagree.
But that way, it does seem bleak.
Back to the topic at hand, I would expect the Chancellor and the President to have their ideas regarding Crossbell security. Naturally, each country's terms for their respective proposals will differ vastly. The Speaker and Mayor will have to be wary of what we stand to gain or lose. Apologies, my young friends. I'm sure you already have enough on your minds. Remember that Speaker McDowell is no stranger to matters such as these. And I get the sense Mayor Croy still has some cards to play himself.
think he has a plan?
But what could it be?
I don't know the particulars myself. Nevertheless, it could very well.
Sorry, I should take this. Special support section, Lloyd Banning speaking. Bannings, the press conference has concluded. Dignitaries are now headed to the 36th floor. Where are you? Oh, we're still in the break room on the 34th. Is there something you need us to do? Yes, actually. We were contacted by both Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith. They each requested to speak with the SSS during the intermission. They what? Given who they are, I hope you understand we're in no position to turn them down. SSS is to visit the both of them during the intermission, and that's an order. The President is staying in the furthest room of the West Wing corridor, while the Chancellor is in the furthest to the east. Hold on a second. I get that we can't refuse, but why ask for us? It's a lot of pressure, Dudley. Don't be such a child, Bannings. This is an excellent opportunity to get some insight on what each side is after. You're right. Okay, we'll head there right away. You know McDowell if the going gets rough. She's the one on your team best suited to handling these situations. Report to me once you're finished. Understood?
What was that about, Lloyd?
You were getting riled up, real riled up there. What's going on, bud?
Brace yourselves.
Excuse me?
With how that screen shook, I imagine she just yelled that.
Excuse me!
You're joking.
Anyways. Not that I can discern. He seems entirely serious.
This is certainly a surprise. But the support section's name is more well known than I thought.
I don't know about that. I suggest this because we're familiar with several members of their personnel. The only reason for their interest in us that I can think of.
You might be onto something there.
Regardless of the reason, there's no way we could possibly decline.
Don't I know it? We set us to the 36th floor. Dudley said the rooms are on the furthest ends of the east and west wings. We don't want to keep them waiting.
Roger.
Yes, sir! I can only go so loud without peeking out my microphone, so, you know, I'll shout as loud as I can for Noelle, but, like, you know.
Yeah. That's... Oh, look who we have here.
I see. And that's when you ran into Lucy.
Yep. There's only Norma Ferry on business, too. Guess she got wind. Tried to run, but she caught me. Must be losing my touch. Can you even guess how many bonks over the head she gave me?
You deserved every single one of them, Lecter.
All of them.
You shut up, fourth wall.
You know, of all the characters who could break the fourth wall, he'd be one that I would think would be
Oh, yeah.
totally fine doing
Do
it.
Hardcore do it.
Not a one. She hugged you instead with tears in her eyes, didn't she?
Dang it.
I can tell exactly how Lucy feels, you know. She's probably well aware of just how dangerous your day-to-day is. I'm sure she's been worried sick.
Man, a woman's intuition is no joke. It makes my spine tingle. I never do know how to handle them.
Maybe, but you brought it upon yourself. This really does take me back. It's been so long since I've seen Leo, too. I'd love for all of us to have a reunion. Why the long face, Lecter? Isn't this the part where you say, yeah, let's all have a bash at Michelin and party till we drop?
Not a bad impression. No promises, but I'll see what I can do. Just don't hold your breath, alright?
I know. But you won't be able to stop me from looking forward to it anyway. Now then, I should be going. If you'll please excuse me.
No problem. And hey, don't forget to say hi to Zeke for me. I still owe him that salami. Zeke will not forget salami. Damn, she's really coming to her own. The world couldn't ask for a better crown princess. You guys think so too, right?
Busted. They were trying to be
can't
polite.
hide. You can't hide from Lecter.
Sorry, we didn't mean to eavesdrop.
Lies. We didn't hear much, I assure you.
Didn't you, Ellie? You seemed very invested in their relationship from where I was standing.
Tio!
I love
Well,
voicing
she ain't
Tia.
the only one. You and the princess sure seem close. What's the story there? I was her upperclassman back in school. Prep. I mean, not Sunday school. Jenna's Royal Academy specific.
Jenna's Royal Academy. It's one of the world's more prestigious institutions, isn't it?
That's right. It's not unheard of for them to accept students from abroad, but... Did you study there on taxpayers' money?
Nah, old man Gilly had paid my tuition out of pocket. Well, it's about time I hit the old dusty trail myself. Well, that reminds me. You got called in to talk with the head honchos, right? They're both real pains in the ass to deal with, so good luck in there.
What? Of course, Lecter's well aware.
Oh, yeah. They probably told him to talk to him.
Could he be any more sketchy if he tried?
Who'd have thought the next queen of the borough went to school with an imperial spy? Truth is stranger than fiction, as they say. Whatever the case, we can't forget that he is a subordinate to the Blood and Iron Chancellor. As for what he's after personally, I think we'll have to figure that out for ourselves. Bum, bum, bum! We've been expecting you. You're the Crossbow Police Department Special Support Section, correct? We are. Is this the residence room? Yes. I've been instructed to let you pass. Please, make your way inside. Thank you.
Pardon us. I can't believe we're about to meet the president of one of the 2 largest nations on the continent.
You said it. Even I've got butterflies in my stomach.
I gotta talk to. Okay. Why did that do? That's weird. Yes, Mr. President. We were told you requested to meet with the Special Support Section. Ah, thank you for coming. But please, no need for other pomp and circumstance. Go ahead and have a seat. Oh, sure.
That's very kind of you, Mr. President.
My invitation must have come quite a shock to you. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your busy agendas for this. I imagine you should be very busy yourselves. Oh, no, not at all.
It's an honor just to be in your presence.
You're Speaker McDowell's granddaughter, isn't that right? We met once before at a celebration of some sort, if I recall correctly.
That's right. We first spoke back when I had the opportunity to visit Calvar with my grandfather. That was 2 years back.
Ah, yes. Now I remember. I was surprised to hear your grandfather chose to take up the post of Speaker instead of seeking re-election. I truly admire how passionate he still is at his age. He's a model statesman, if I might say so.
I'm sure my grandfather would be flattered to hear that. Not to change the subject, Mr. President, but what was it you called us here for?
Ah, well, truth be told, I've already heard all about your SSS fellows from Kilika. This year's Swords auction sounded like quite the affair, wouldn't you say? Frankly, former Speaker Hartman and I were never on the best of terms. Tough as it may seem, I've been eager to meet the group that tipped the first dominoes that led to his downfall. We're honored, sir.
Yeah, but real talk, he didn't do much. Guy just couldn't stop shooting himself in the foot.
Very true. He made his own bed the day he became involved with the cult.
Ah, yes. Who could forget them? The DG cult. Their treasury spread across the entire continent. No nation was more affected than my own. I owe you my thanks for putting a stop to them once and for all. You're welcome, but really, we were only doing our jobs. Honestly, that's our contributions that really amount to much in the long run. No need to be so humble, my boy. I heard things were rather dire. Even your guardian force was being manipulated. But in the face of it all, you still managed to quash. I feel like that should say squash. Maybe I'm just
No,
wrong.
quash is a word.
Quash is a word.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just my... Seems weird to me to say it that way. And keep that little girl safe. Great goddess in the sky. Those are no small achievements to speak of. Wow. You flatter us, Mr. President.
Truly, I'm not sure we deserve such high praise.
Oh, but you do. Did Crossbell fall into the cult? I don't know what would have become of us. If those dastardly villains took hold of the IBC, international trade and finance would have come to a screeching halt. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how severe the consequences of that would be for our economy.
That's true.
All the more reason I'd like to acknowledge your valor. I think the fitting thing to do would be to award you each with a medal. Yes, that sounds perfect. I'll have the arrangements made as soon as I return to the Republic. No, you don't have to do that.
Is it even appropriate for citizens of Crossbell to receive awards from the Republican government?
I mean, I guess they're in a very unique situation with the two countries, but like, I don't think that that's a bad thing in general. I think it's just their position probably makes that a problem.
They
but...
don't want to show bias to one side over the other.
I mean, correct. I'm saying in their specific situation, obviously it's a thing, but like, that's the thing that happens.
We already got more recognition than I can handle from Granddad McDowell.
Truly, I don't see any faux pas to be had about it at all. The troubles are your own as well. After all, the Republic does hold suzerain. suzerainty over Crossbell.
Mr. President,
Oh, now. Your face is like that, and they'll stay that way. You received an invitation from our friend, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, too, did you not? I'd be delighted to speak with you all more, but I think my turn is over. But not to fear, I'll see to it that you receive those awards we speak of. Keep an eye out for them, all of you. Thank you for visiting. I find Chancellor Osborne's room at the end of the opposite wing. Right, thanks.
we appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Farewell. He was something, wasn't he? Exactly what I'd expect from a major political figure. Capable and devilishly cunning.
Could you at least wait until we're not standing in front of his room, Wazzy?
To be fair, the president never made much of an effort to hide it. I doubt he was intentionally trying to place pressure on us, but that doesn't change the fact that he did.
I think he was trying to keep up appearances more than anything. As Calvar's president, it will be good publicity to honor the ones who were credited with resolving the cult incident.
Not to mention, he said the Crossbell's troubles are theirs as well. He affirms that he sees Calvard as Crossbell's rightful owners.
Man, you telling me that was the whole reason he called us in there? These big shot leaders got egos as wide as their country's borders.
Without a doubt, even Diet members from an autonomous state like this have nothing on them.
Again, we're standing right in front of their room.
We still have to speak with the Chancellor. What do you think he wants from us?
Same thing.
Couldn't say, but we're probably going to want to brace ourselves either way. But we're not the bracers.
Wow.
Thank you. Look at the two. Look at the two. Hey guys. You enjoying the view
They're
together?
on a small date.
You enjoying the view together, guys? Huh?
Hey, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself.
No, hold hands. Do it.
They're working. They're busy.
Hold hands.
Those two will probably never hold hands in public. Ever. Like, they'd be so serious at least while they're in uniforms. They would.
I know.
Those two are like
But that
so.
still doesn't stop me being a person who would force two dolls together and say,
Absolutely.
"Yes."
Absolutely. You want to see it. You want to see it. Just do the Estelle and Joshua treatment. Just have the two little sprites.
And kiss. Anyways.
That must be the Chancellor's room. Intermission will likely be over by the time we're done speaking with him. Just take care of anything else we need beforehand. What else do we need to do, Lloyd? This is literally our mission right now.
Talk to other people.
Unless they're suggesting that we talk to these two.
Try it.
I see. We share the same hopes for the bright men and women that will one day lead our people.
Indeed. What's truly special about them is their hearts and minds, so pure yet fertile, like a garden basking in the morning dew.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
why more and more of... good afternoon, Special Support Section. Care to join in our chat? Sure, if we're not interrupting, that is.
What were the two of you discussing?
His Highness here happens to be on the board of directors for a prestigious military academy in Erebonia. We were just discussing the finer details of his duties.
The board of directors? Those would be the individuals responsible for how the school is operated, correct?
Damn, that's one hell of a side gig.
It's just another one of my many schemes to get my name out there is all. I think the mayor here has contributed far more than I have.
You're involved too, Mayor Croy?
He simply meant as a business partner. The IBC is the Epstein Foundation's benefactor, and it just so happens that the Foundation is part of a major test being held by the Academy.
Really? I had no idea.
That does remind me. I've heard that Orbital Networks tests have also begun in the Empire.
No surprise, the continent's largest blank has clout in every country in some form or another. Quite right, I dare say our little talk today was preordained by the goddess herself. What do you say to being a guest lecturer at the Academy one day if the opportunity arises? Though I'll have to warn you that faculty-student relationships are strictly prohibited. The way you say that almost makes it sound like you're encouraging it.
Haha, a music fellow like yourself must be quite popular, Prince Olivet. I may just have to steal you away for a night of drinks once this is all over.
I'd love nothing more, my friend. We'll have a rousing good time, you and me.
It looks like His Highness and Uncle Dieter have really hit it off.
I'll say. I guess they have more in common than I realized.
Is your
That does
internet
not surprise me
okay,
at
or is it
all.
my internet?
It's fun to me.
The stream was going a little slower.
I think that that's a Twitch thing in general, because I've noticed that with a couple of streams I've seen tonight.
I don't think she means Twitch.
Okay, maybe it's just Twitch being Twitch.
Or maybe she does mean Twitch. I don't know. There was a moment where you spoke ahead before the text on the screen went up for me. And I'm talking about Discord, so I don't know.
Oh, I did just do the reshare because it's getting close to that time of night too. So the Discord one hopefully would be good, but I'm thinking that Twitch has got some issues tonight. Because I noticed it with a couple of people's streams.
Maybe it wasn't my fault that it disconnected halfway through.
I
my
don't think so,
stream
because
today.
like I was watching Wade and JP play a game, and like JP's was like a 5-second delay, and then suddenly Wade's was like a 45-second delay, and then it went back to a 5-second. It was jumping back and forth. It was the strangest thing, and it was so messing with my mind. Eventually, it ironed itself out, and it was fine. But trying to watch two different people's perspective when one is 45 seconds behind the other one is distracting as all get out.
Yeah.
So we want to take random Imperial officer.
You are the SSS, correct? Crossbow, please. His Excellency is expecting you inside. Please don't keep him waiting.
Right.
Pardon us.
He practically exudes arrogance.
Classic Imperial army overbearing as all Gehenna. Oh, the music shifted.
Uh-oh.
Excuse us, Chancellor Osborne.
We received word that you wish to speak with the special support section.
Do come in. Magnificent view, isn't it? It's fascinating to think that mankind built a structure like this to look down on the world below. Ha ha ha. These walls in which we stand are proof that we finally attained the glory the ancient civilization once held.
So they are.
Are you referring to the ancient Zemurians from over 1,200 years ago?
Oh yeah, she definitely says that out. Absolutely.
I know my character.
Everything I've heard about them makes it sound like they more or less had magic at their fingertips. Theirs wasn't necessarily a utopia, mind you. During last year's Liberal incident, a large floating city appeared over the kingdom. That city was constructed before the Great Collapse. It was sealed away by human hands. It was a symbol of mankind's potential, as well as its hubris.
Our potential in hubris?
Maybe it is Dee's internet.
Maybe it is. Beginning to wonder that.
Hello?
Hello?
There she is.
Am I connected again?
Yes.
Yeah?
Can you hear us?
My computer says my internet's totally fine. I don't know why Discord's having problems.
Could not tell you.
Yep, no idea.
Let me see if I override.
Hello there.
There we go.
Jesus.
I overwrote where to change the server for this channel, see if that makes it any better.
I can hear the stream again. That's exciting. So, okay. Cool.
It's possible the US Central server is dying on Discord's
True.
end.
Fantastic. Okay. Let's try this so I can actually hear and see things. Okay. You seem to be a very well-informed man.
It helps if I click back in the game.
Oh, I wouldn't say I know everything. As far as Crossbow's concerned, I haven't discovered nearly as much as that priest Joachim Gunter did.
I just want to say I had Minecraft on in the background, and a boss just spawned as he said that. So the exclamation points, dong! I'm like, well then.
Anyways. How do you...
It's what we don't know that lends weight to the affairs of the world. If you had everything in the palm of your hand, life as we live it would be helplessly mundane. Don't you agree, Wazi Hemisphere?
Oh, so you know me. Or do you? I get the sense my name is the only dirty little secret of mine you've uncovered.
That would simply mean that you have none worthy of capturing my attention.
Ouch.
Ouch.
No, my interests lie far more in the realm of the war god. More specifically, his successor. Yeah?
The Imperial Intelligence Division. The ability to gather information is second to none.
Where are my manners? I am Gilead Osborne, representative of the Empire of Erebonia. I've heard much about you from Lecter. Care to join me for a friendly chat before the intermission ends?
Like we have a choice.
Right. Well then, Chancellor. What is it you want to discuss with us?
You already seem all too aware of everything that's happening right now. My God,
No need to overthink it. This is nothing more than a civil conversation. There is something I would like to hear your opinions on, however.
Our opinions?
Yes, I'll be frank. How long do you think your precious crossbow will last?
A bit of a loaded question, isn't it?
On the contrary, I bear no ill intention. Despite that face. History tells us that no political entity can last in perpetuity. And that's just counting the Orbital Revolution, which has accelerated all aspects of the contemporary world. How much longer can a land as contested as Crossbow withstand the coming turbulence of this era?
I'm not sure. Forever. As long as there are citizens in this state who have the will to protect it.
Noel.
True. Little matters more than having a solid will, resolve, one might say. There are rare instances in time when trends are bucked and the course of history itself is changed. People are never truly powerless. I don't doubt the potential their resolve can hold.
Not quite. I wouldn't go that far.
Then you agree.
But consider this. What happens when two opposing resolves clash? It's simple. The lesser of the two would be engulfed, fanning the flames of upheaval hotter still. Now suppose these hell-born fires were to emerge again and again across the land. The integrity of morality itself would be smelted in the searing heat until the world itself was ablaze. Such a phenomenon would surely be easy for you to imagine, would it not?
I can understand how Crossbow's resolve might seem lesser compared to that of the Republic or the Empire. Even a small flame is capable of burning bright. It's not a foregone conclusion that the larger will engulf it, just as it wasn't when Liberl repelled the Imperial Army.
Huh.
That's right, it was 12 years ago during the 100-Day War.
Well played. Resolve is ultimately a question of tenacity. The burrow was small, but tenacious. It overcame the symbolic effort the Empire put forward. There is much Crossbow could stand to glean from that moment in time. However, I remain unconvinced that Crossbillans hold the same pride and conviction that the people of Burl do. I'll leave things at that. Our intermission is coming to a close. It almost slipped my mind. Don't expect any medals from the Imperial government. The nobility grows ever more irksome when rewards are given to commoners.
He knows.
Oh, of course he's aware. You don't think
Yeah.
Lecter was outside the doors listening?
Oh, 100%.
Consider yourselves fortunate. I rarely see His Excellency in such an agreeable mood.
What?
Seriously? Is that what you call it? He seems to have taken a liking to you. I understand that it may be a tough pill to swallow, but I suggest you accept what he had to say. Though perhaps it isn't my place to tell you that, given my position.
Literally, it's not. You're just a guard, but okay. That was horrible.
The man's a damn monster.
Either way, we can't let it get to us. We have to take his perspective at face value. Hey, Tio, you okay?
Yes, I'll be fine. The imagery he invoked was a little too vivid. I got lightheaded was all.
I can't blame you. Even I could feel those flames he kept talking about breathing down my neck.
Calling the Blood and Iron Chancellor a monster is putting things lightly. He believes he holds the whole of Crossbell in the palm of his hand. Maybe, but I'm not so sure he called us here to torment us, believe it or not. Same goes for President Rocksmith. Seems the interest they've taken in us is genuine, for better or worse. Just take it for what it's been, a learning experience. That's one way to look at it.
I think we could all take a page out of your book once in a while.
No kidding. Leave it to Lloyd to make a near empty glass half full.
But he's right. There's no way we can let this slow us down.
Of course not. What we should do instead is have it propel us forward.
In any case, that just about used up the rest of the intermission. Let's head back to Dudley and report on how both of our meetings went.
They're both trying to poach us. One with sugar, the other with salt.
Just as he had predicted, it became more turbulent in the second half. He raised question after question. On their faces became more sullen and stern.
The heart of the problem is that a lone cult was able to cause so much public disorder in a single night, no less. Moreover, half of Crossbell's state guard fell under their control, quite literally at that. Such a failure of security is unprecedented. Be that as it may, I was under the impression that we had already covered this in full detail. The details are not what's in question. It's the quality of your state's crisis management that so concerns us. You cannot deny the extent to which that incident endangered the lives and property of Imperial citizens in your borders. What you have to say to that?
Now, hold on just a moment, Chancellor. Reparations and redresses in the wake of the cultists have already been administered. Demanding further mirror on top of that will only serve to cast Arbonia in a most unfavorable light.
Monetary compensation is not the issue either, Your Highness. Crossbell state government has still yet to answer how it can comprehensively guarantee its security. There's a need to protect the lives, property, and economic interest of all those in and tied to Crossbell. Can such protection truly be assured from a state constantly mired in political gridlock? A state so susceptible to top-down corruption?
Oh gosh, I was going to.
You're a DM. You're used to this.
I know. It's just a matter of remembering what his voice is, because he's only said things a handful of times. Not even. I gave him like a prim and proper voice, didn't I?
I think so.
That was uncannily at the same time.
Oops.
We are the same person, D.
Yep.
Pardon me, but I'd heard former Speaker Hartman was immediately removed from office upon his corruption coming to light. Crossbell's political system has proven perfectly capable of self-correction, but a new security framework not suffice. I must disagree, your lordship. Surely you don't believe it would be that easy. Crossbell's political foundation is prone to corruption by nature. I, of course, acknowledge that Mayor Croy and Speaker McDowell have been nothing less than outstanding statesmen. But what will happen to Crossbell when they're gone? How quickly would things progress without their leadership?
I apologize for my cynicism here, but corruption and government have long been inalienable. This is true not only of Crossbell, but of my own kingdom as well. Taking that into consideration, would it not be best for us to observe whether the Speaker and Mayor can bring about political reform during their terms?
Pardon me for saying so, Your Highness, but I believe that is rather naive of you. I understand why you would be hopeful. However, the state of Crossbell cannot be so easily compared to a monarchy such as Liberl. Undermining the political system of a land that has no central or traditional authority is a simple feat. History has proven that time and again.
That may be true, but
If I may, my native Calvard is founded upon our honorable Republic Charter in lieu of a monarchy. It was an impressive undertaking by various powers and groups that gathered after a revolution 100 years ago. With that charter in place, our country knows our systems can survive with dignity, even if it too may at times be stricken with corruption.
Well, you say, but it is not as though our autonomous state law isn't without its own pride and honor. I'll concede that in our state's young history, imperfections in its design have come to light. But so too is it indisputable that we have been improving upon it, slowly but surely. Mr. Grimwood, may I ask how many additional laws and amendments have been passed by Crossbell's government in the last 10 years?
But of course, while I don't have the exact figure in front of me, I would estimate 15 total.
Only 50 in 10 years? Why, how can that be? An average of just 5 a year.
Perhaps, though the rate has been trending upward in recent times. There were 12 laws passed last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, well, admittedly, many of those were merely addendums to existing financial and mobile network provisions. Regardless, I think it's clear that we cannot assume a meaningful new security framework be so promptly implemented. As I suspected, it would be wiser to seek alternative solutions in the interim.
I agree wholeheartedly. My, I hadn't realized the two of you had become such close bedfellows. Perhaps you'd care to settle the territorial dispute over the Nord Highlands as well while you're at it? Haha, point well taken, Your Highness.
We'll have to leave discussing that matter for another day.
Time is growing short, gentlemen. I advise we move on to another point of discussion.
Very well then, and as proposed by His Excellency, let us now review
This is bad.
It's exactly what Mr. Grimwood warned us would happen.
Blood and Iron Chancellor and President Rocksmith are going knives out on Counterspell as we speak. Is there nothing the mayor or speaker can say in objection?
Unfortunately, it's as they stated. Crossbell and state law has more than a few structural flaws. That's what makes it so difficult for my grandfather and Uncle Dieter to deny what they're saying.
Maybe, but the major powers themselves were the ones who built those flaws into Crossbell during its founding 70 years ago. They have no right to use this against us to force their own agenda.
The script things to go down like this from the very beginning.
As I've told you before, the discourse of the conference itself has nothing to do with us. We're heads on straight and see to it that we make it through the rest of the day. Right. Sorry about that.
Should we begin another patrol in that case?
First Division, this is Dudley. Emma? Has something... What? What's going on?
There must have been an incident.
The Red Constellation and Hayway are both on the move. We've already shaken off our surveillance. No way.
Are you serious?
Settle down. This is nothing we weren't prepared for. Stay alert. I'll keep you posted if there are any further developments. Understood. Yes, that's right. We should begin by mobilizing our officers in reserve.
Damn, so this is really gonna go down, huh? What the hell are they planning?
Randy.
Try to keep her cool, Randy. You know the Red Constellation wouldn't try to pull something here at the conference.
Right. The branch of the police force is protecting the entrance of the building. You don't suppose they're about to pick fight with each other now of all times, do you?
Everything we've managed to figure out so far says that's unlikely. I beg your pardon. Oh,
Whoa.
that was...
Oh. I beg your pardon?
What's
I
going on
assume
down
it
there?
was McDowell. Yeah. Yeah. Grandfather?
The only person I can think of when I said elderly.
Yeah, right. The oldest guy in the room.
Your Excellency, might I ask you to repeat yourself? I'm praying with every fiber of my being that I simply misheard you.
I'll gladly say it as many times as you require. Disband the Crossbell Guardian Force. Then, in its place, station security forces from abroad permanently within the state. That is the most logical course of action.
Please, wait a moment. Surely you aren't breaking the terms of the Non-Aggression Pact, Chancellor Osborne.
Perish the thought. We agreed not to use force to solve disputes in or over Crossbell. This, however, is not an attempted invasion. I merely state the obvious. A useless pseudo-military that loses control and threatens its own people's lives is better off dissolved. In practice, the Crossbell Guardian Force is inconsequential when placed before the Imperial or even Republic armies. The CGF's armored cars may as well be made of your paper compared to a true tank. Say nothing of the drain on Crossbell and Mira they cost to maintain. Leave matters of state security to foreign military forces. That is the best and most cost-efficient solution for a mere autonomous territory.
I would consider that far too radical an option. Then just how would you propose those foreign military forces be designated? Do you, the Chancellor of Erebonia, plan on nominating the Imperial Army? That'd be rather tone-deaf, historically speaking.
I don't recall saying anything of the sort. But now that you bring it up, I am willing to forgive Crossbell's past transgressions and offer the Imperial Army's aid if necessary. A small price to pay for the sake of peace in Western Zemuria, wouldn't you say? Oh.
Settle down, everyone. There's no reason to get so worked up. I agree, the Chancellor's proposal is a bit, shall we say, drastic. I do, however, share his opinion that the CGF leaves much to be desired. It is wholly inadequate when it comes to state security.
Oh, what would you propose then?
This is only a suggestion, but I would advise a mass reduction of the Guardian Force's numbers to start. In exchange, Calvar can assume responsibility for Tangram Gate, while Erbonia does the same for Belgard Gate. That way, either army would be able to respond to emergencies statewide, whether they occur here in Crossbell City or otherwise. That's hardly an improvement, Mr. President.
Even so, it is worth consideration. You're an impressive man, President Rocksmith. You managed to be an excellent statesman and leader, all while fending off staunch political opposition.
Not compared to you, Chancellor. Your reforming an entire empire was suppressing the influence of disgruntled nobles.
This can't be happening.
I've heard enough. Might I remind you that there are more than 2 countries participating in this conference?
Pardon me, Your Highness. The President and I may have gotten a bit sidetracked now that our discussion has progressed thus far. Would you two mind giving us your opinions on the idea? Oh.
This is terrible.
Absurd is more like it.
Take some serious balls to spout any of this with a straight face.
I hate to say it, but it's not as though their proposals don't have any basis. Still, I was hoping things wouldn't come to this.
At this point, all we can do is hope the Speaker and Mayor can stand their ground. Now, of all times...
It could be Dudley.
Banning's here.
Hey, it's Sergey.
Chief Sergey, what's going on?
No time. I'll keep it short. Sonya just called me. The anti-aircraft radars installed near Tangram and Belgrade were destroyed. Same ones being used to detect any potential invading ships in Crossbell airspace.
What?
She suspects it was the work of the terrorist. I've already filled Dudley in. As for you guys, be careful and get ready.
Roger that.
What's wrong?
Things just went from 0 to 100 real fast.
Ooh.
Is it my uncle and the others?
No, not them. It was... I have a feeling this is probably Croy.
Yeah?
Please, everyone, may I have your attention?
Yep.
Regarding your concerns over Crossbell's domestic security, I would like to offer my own suggestion. Oh?
I thought you'd be staying a little too quiet. Let's hear it. What do you propose?
Thank you. I was thinking... Everyone, get down.
Whoa.
Whoa?
Airships?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that really,
Thank you,
Don't just
Bulletproof
stand
Glass.
there, everyone. Get the
let's
fuck
all
out.
just stare at the windows getting
Yes, for
smashed
service.
in. Yeah, okay.
Right? This is terrorists? How did they even get here?
EATs, everyone. These windows are bulletproof tempered glass. But to be safe, I must urge that you all back away from the window.
Maybe you should leave the room with the windows,
Leave the room.
Everyone come pick up your delegates. Okay.
All right, in case of emergency, everybody find your emergency buddy. Do you have your emergency buddy?
Got it!
Single file, do not
Yes.
rush, do not run.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Anyways.
Yes, indeed.
Your Highness, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Those airships just now. One of them was a high-speed Rhineford model. Yes, I'm sure of it.
The other was a Vern Company military gunship.
Right. This aligns with the reports we received that one had been stolen. Is everyone all right?
Yes, thank the goddess.
But where did those fiends go?
This is just one of the terrorists, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I got this. Good. Good. You should be able to hear me now. Attention, conference attendees, allow me to introduce ourselves. We are the Imperial Liberation Front. Xander, do you want to take over the other one from the other gunship?
Let me see if I can get the thing to work. Back. That. For some reason, every time I turn that one on, I get no sound, and I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird.
Like, I completely lose all sound. Like, this is me talking, I hit the button in mid-sentence.
That's super weird.
It's only that one, too.
Huh.
That's
I mean, I
really
guess
strange.
I can do their voices over the loudspeaker, and then once we actually see them in person, you can just take over that one. If we want to have the
see
effect
if I
on.
can. Let's see if I have another one that's. I got hard tune stuff, intercom sharper. Yeah, I was keep trying to do the comms radio, and it doesn't want to work.
Yeah, I'm just using the megaphone button.
Oh, well, you could have told me that.
Well, that's why I figured you were trying to use it. It wasn't working.
No, I wouldn't even hit that button.
I hit megaphone and I turned up reverb 3 and echo 1. Or reverb 2, I
Okay.
guess. Echo 1, and then megaphone and an effect.
Megaphone. Edit. Megaphone. There's on 3. Echoes on 1.
Okay, how's that?
That works.
We represent the anti-immigration factions seeking to protect the sufficient and sanctity of our beloved Calvar.
I don't believe it.
Oh no.
The two terrorist groups menacing the Empire and the Republic.
Our causes have seen fit to form an alliance, since such that we may topple the respective blights that plague us. Prepare yourself, Blood and Iron Chancellor Gileath Osborne.
President Rocksmith, today you meet your end. The time-worn heritage of our Calva from the despicables of the East will stop at nothing.
This is preposterous.
Utter drivel.
Yeah, but this ain't looking too good. Here they come.
Why are you still in the window room? Go somewhere else. Go in the stairwell. Like, what?
The stairwell's locked down.
Evacuate the building. Leave.
They can unlock the stairwell.
Which I didn't
At least there's
agree
no
to
windows
the
in the
locking to
stairwell.
begin with. I didn't agree to the locking to begin with.
Ooh, 10. Oh, just kidding. This more. I thought it was like, ooh, 10 dudes. Oh, no.
So many
14
people.
dudes.
So
Oh,
many
no.
people.
So many.
They're headed straight for us. Damn it. So this is what those blueprints were for. Never mind that. Contact a CGF unit on standby and have them... What?
Well. What the?
Why did you just
What?
pull?
Okay, yep. I'll get. Nope.
Listen, what are those going on here?
There should be more.
They hacked the tower.
Go, man.
No good. The button isn't responding.
Ka, what in Adios' name's going on?
Hey, how's a girl supposed to chase a headline like this, huh? Do something, Rhines.
What do you expect me to do? I changed my voice.
You did.
I work undercover. This is far from ideal.
Orcus Tower security system must be under their control.
Gee, who'da thunk?
Wow.
This is likely the work of the hacker from yesterday.
Let's move, everyone. Head to the 35th floor. We have to protect the dignitaries.
Roger that.
Chances are the elevator's out. We're gonna have to head for the emergency stairs.
Not the stairs.
And
Oh,
save.
no.
Oh.
Because I have a feeling this is going to lead into even longer cutscenes.
We'll have to do the stairs next time.
Until we meet again!
Get those quads pumping. Prepare yourself for stairs.
Prepare yourselves for stairs! I'm gonna go raid nail.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for more voices. This was a makeup for yesterday, so we're gonna be 2 back-to-back days. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye!